Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the campaign dice. This was a gift that I got from my daughter for Christmas, and we're going to open it up and just take a look at the dice here. But overall, this seems like a really cool product. I don't know exactly who does it. There's Cardinal there, but there's also the spinmaster.com, so if you want to check out the websites, you can. I haven't really looked these up because this was given to me as a present, as a gift, and I just didn't think it was right to start trying to see how much, because it's not the cost or anything that matters to me. It's definitely it's the sentiment behind it, and this is really cool. But I think this would be a great way, especially if you're sort of getting into RPGs and you're looking to build up a collection of dice, because if you're into RPGs, you're going to end up getting a collection of dice. It's just one of those things that usually ends up happening. And if you're like new and you're trying to get people into to gaming, this would be some great things to have that you could use for other players, especially if you're like to try and teach beginners, because they do, each of the 3 sets also does come with their own dice bag. So we're going to take a look at the actual dice themselves and see what we've got here. Just trying to see the best way to open this. Let's go from... Oh. Alright, so we have all 3 sets out. We also have all 3 of the individual dice bags. I'm going to put them in just for the purpose of this video, but I do have another dice bag that I use when I run my games. I just sort of have my like 3 sets of dice that I constantly go to. And I think what I'm actually going to do is just put these in there with all those and have these thrown into my regular mix as well. And I actually saw something... I've done some dice videos before, so I guess, and I talked about dice superstitions, I think, in some other videos, but it's kind of interesting. So I want to know, because there was like it was a Twitter poll or a Twitter question or something like that I saw somebody discussing, and they're like, when you go to a game or you go to run a game, how many sets of dice do you have with you? And the options were like 1 set, 2 set, 3 sets, you know, and so on and so forth. And I've realized that I always basically had 3 sets of dice that I would use, and I would have 3 sets in the dice bag that were specifically for me. I would, when I was running games in public, I would take more sets than that with me, but there were the 3 sets that were always the ones that I used, and the other 3 sets were for the table to be able to use if somebody was there that didn't have their dice or if they needed a few extras. So I guess the question is, when you play games or when you run RPGs, how many sets of dice do you use? Is it always just like 1 set plus an extra few, you know, D6s or stuff like that? Do you just have a pile of dice that you draw from as needed without bothering with things as silly as, you know, making sure that there's specific sets? Or do you just have, like I said, like me, I've got 3 sets that I use, but these dice are going to go in with the 3 sets of dice that I have that I normally use when I run my games. Anyway, let's take a look at them here. So we do have, again, the 3 different colors, which happen to be my 3 favorite colors of green, blue, and my all-time favorite color is specifically like the dark shade of purple. So these are absolutely awesome. Taking a quick look at the dice here. So again, you kind of see the swirl patterns. These look really nice. The numbers are super easy to read, which is also really good and useful. And I think they are, yeah, they are actually numbered properly. So on the D20, the sides on opposite ends of each other should always add up to 21. So here we got the 20, and there we've got the 1, and those are directly opposed. Here we got the 19, so on the side where my thumb is should be 2, and so on. So they are actually numbered properly, which is really cool. We also have the dark blue set, which again looks really, really cool. The black and blue swirl. I love swirl patterns. They're some of my favorite just kinds of dice, like swirl patterns, or some of like the elemental patterns from back in the day also look really, really cool. And then of course we have my favorite color, the dark purple, which looks really, really cool. So let's actually take a look, and we're just going to roll all 3 of the D20s. I'm just going to see which one rolls best. You never know. Not that it really matters, because, you know, this isn't just, I'm not really rolling for anything, but... Okay, well, that's disheartening, but not, you know, unusual for me. all 3 of those dice were single digits. So 2 on the blue, 9 on the green, 4 on the purple. Let's do that one more time, at least until I can get like a double-digit number. There we go, that's a little bit better. So we got a natural 1 on the blue dice, 14 and 12 on the other 2. So yeah, really cool stuff, and like I said, they also do come with their own individual dice bags, which are sized basically just for the sets specifically. And they do have like the drawstring, which is nice, but I would probably recommend if you were to use these individual dice bags, I mean, just with pretty much with any drawstring bags, they are going to come loose, so I would still recommend like just, you know, tying them up just a little bit if you were to use these. But again, I'm actually not going to be using them, the dice bags necessarily themselves. I'm going to obviously keep them, but these are going to be going in with my regular assortment of dice that I use when I run my various games. But yeah, cool stuff there. And then we've got the blue dice and the other dice bag there, and actually not too bad. So it does, you do have to cinch up on them a little bit, but this one was loosening a little bit, but still not too bad for what they are. So yeah, really cool stuff. So these are the campaign dice. Again, just a cool little accessory. And yeah, these mean the absolute world to me, so I will be using them the next time. I think the next game that I'm running at the time that I'm recording this is hopefully going to be my 3.5 game, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, awesome stuff. And if you see these out there and you're looking for just a few extra sets of dice, they do feel to be pretty decent quality. They don't feel like overly cheap or anything like that, which is good. They are numbered properly, which I do have some other dice that were probably of the discount variety, which were not numbered properly. So the D20, like one side would be 20, the other side I think was like a 6 or something like that. So they just weren't numbered the way that they should be. But these ones are numbered properly. The swirl patterns actually look really, really cool. They also do include their own individual dice bag. So this is something that I would recommend. And this is honestly something that if I were out and saw this at a store, I would have absolutely wanted to pick these up. So really, really cool stuff. So yeah, there you go. That was my look at the campaign dice. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Until then, take care.